Hello music fans, today I'm going to create the video for the song 19, which is a rewrite of the original Paul Hardcastle song, but about COVID. So I thought I'd show you the process of me making a video for that. And I'm not going to show you the whole thing because it's quite a long drawn out process, and a lot of the time is spent waiting for the app to generate video, which can take 2 or 3 minutes for a 10-second clip. So I'm really just going to show the main processes and highlights of it. So I create all of my videos currently using, oh god, how embarrassing, using CapCut. So we'll load up CapCut. The reason I use CapCut is because it's pretty easy to use. It's really cheap because I don't have hundreds of pounds to spend. And I think it costs about £20 a month, and it does pretty much everything I need it to do. So in CapCut, I go to AI Video, which will literally load up a completely blank slate. First thing that I do is import my song, which is this one. Oh my god. Which we created in another video. So there is a video for the songwriting process and also creating the song using Suno. So the original video was basically a collection of clips of sort of war footage. So what I'm going to try and do, this song is about COVID-19, so I'm basically just going to generate a bunch of clips because obviously I don't have any. And the process that I use for that is that I will generally create a bunch of images first, and then I will convert some of those into video clips. Now CapCut only generates like a 10-second clip, so it's not perfect, it's not brilliant, and I'm sure one day I'll find something that can create longer, better stuff, but a lot of the price points for that start at over £200 a month, which I really don't want to be spending. This is £20. You get, I think, 1,200 credits, which is enough to create quite a few videos. So generating images is free, depending on the model that you use. So I will generally use the free image creation to create a base image, and then I will convert that image into a clip. And the reason I do that is because it costs credits to create a video clip, and the problem is obviously if you're just generating it from a prompt, then it can create absolutely anything which might not be relevant or might not look how you want it to, so you're wasting money and you're wasting time on generating clips that aren't really usable. So the first clip in the original video was like an American flag with a load of pictures on it, which I've already recreated. Oh god, I just got to try and remember where I put it now. I know I created a folder. Video pics, there it is. What? That isn't even what I clicked on. There it is. Alright, so we'll drag that in. That's going to be our first image. With regards to COVID, there's a few things that I remember, and obviously probably a lot of stuff that I would have already forgotten because it was a while ago. So we'll just generate a few images. So we want an AI image. So things I remember about COVID was supermarket shelves that were mostly empty. I know everyone was desperately stocking up and hoarding certain things like toilet rolls and hand sanitizer. So let's start with UK supermarket during COVID. Empty shelves where toilet rolls should be. Let's just see what that comes up with. It's usually relatively quick to create an image. It's the videos that are painful because it can take 2 to 3 minutes. We'll see what this comes back with. Usually you get 4 images and hope that one of them's decent. It's all about getting the... Oh god, look, I've spelt supermarket wrong, so God knows what that's going to come up with. Oh god. Really doesn't help being dyslexic. Do you know what? Somehow it's actually not done a terrible job, even though I spelt it wrong. I think at one point they actually, that's quite clever, you know, because at one point I vaguely remember them having to put a limit on toilet roll because people were taking too much. Look at that, toilet roll limit 2 per customer. I got to admit, I'm really impressed with that, given that I spelt supermarket wrong, and it's done that. So we're gonna use that image for sure. There was actually another one that looked pretty decent. So I'm just gonna copy and paste, which then allows me to pick. It's a little bit fiddly, but don't want another toilet roll one. Look at that, hand sanitizers, empty shelves. There were loads of empty shelves, so I think we'll keep that one in as well. That's pretty good. I like that. What else? So I also remember queuing to get into the supermarket, which is weird. Never had to do that in my life, so we'll see if we can recreate that. Queue of people with shopping trolleys outside a supermarket during COVID. Queue of people with shopping trolleys outside a supermarket waiting to get in. We'll see what that comes up with. What else? We had sports centres that were converted into vaccination centres, so we'll probably do one for that as well. Deserted streets. I know weddings and funerals were... Hey look, this is pretty good, apart from that's not great. Oh, look at that. It's even got the... It's even got... Look, it's even got the space in. I'm loving that. Alright, we'll have that. Yeah. I don't think there was anything better, was there? That's probably the best one. Look, it says COVID-19. I am impressed. I am really impressed with how well these are coming out. Okay, so UK Sports Centre converted into a COVID excuse me, COVID vaccination centre. See what that does. Got enough supermarket footage there, look. Pretty good. What else? Look at that. That's pretty much how I remember it. There were little booths. There was a ton of nurses doing their thing. There was a massive waiting area as well. Um, yeah, definitely not that. Um, I think that pretty much captures it. There were little booths, and it's clearly a sports hall, and it's got COVID written everywhere. That's pretty decent. We'll go with that. What else did we have? We had deserted streets. Deserted. Let's go UK town centre. UK town centre with shops closed during COVID. What else did we have? We had homeschooling, people working from home. That doesn't look great, does it? Oh God. Yeah, I'm uh, not really loving these, to be honest. It's more like a kind of side street off a town, isn't it, or in like a village. Deserted UK. Let's try city. I want something a bit, I don't know, a bit bigger, if that makes sense. This looks more like a kind of side street off of a town. I want like department stores and all that stuff. Right, what have we got? It's not really any better, is it? No. How about London during COVID lockdown? I mean, that might be usable. It's got the... I forgot about the things they stuck on the pavement. Right, what have we got? Buses were obviously still running to take people. I think there's too many people there. I don't think there were that many people. It was mostly deserted. I love how everyone's got a mask. It's pretty cool. It's pretty clever stuff, I've got to say. It does sometimes take a few goes to get a decent image. It's all about the prompt and knowing what to write. That looks pretty deserted. That looks like old wartime footage. Alright, I think we'll take... what am I doing? It's already in there. So I think we'll go with that. Yeah, that looks kind of city-ish and closed down, somewhat deserted. So what have we got? We've got some supermarket, got vaccination centre, got deserted street. I need a heck of a lot more content because it's a 3-minute video. I'm gonna need 30 pictures. Oh my god. How about a man working from home during COVID. Zoom meetings were all the rage. So we need to get a bit of working from home. Let's queue up another one. Parents, parent, home, schooling, children. That works. That's someone in a Zoom meeting. He's working from home. That's fine. I could probably have a school closed down. I'm sure there was a thing about funerals where, like, I think at first you couldn't, either you couldn't go or you could only have 12 people or something. I don't even think you could have 12 people. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember the bubbles. Mandatory self-isolation, school closures, social distancing, obviously. What's this? Oh, you know what? I really should have done UK, shouldn't I? That might give me more eat out to help out, yeah. God damn it. Oh, let's just do 4 weddings. 5 people. Okay. Lockdown ends and was posted by COVID secure. 30 attendees. Restricted wedding ceremonies of 30. Wedding receptions for up to 30 people can go ahead. Okay, so probably 30. Why are you raising your hand, kid? Why is everybody Chinese? I might not be Chinese. Asian? I don't know what the correct. No, it looks like homework, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll go with that one. That's homeschooling done. I mean, to be fair, if I was to get married, which isn't really going to happen, I doubt I could even drum up 30 people. I know a lot of weddings are crazy, hundreds and hundreds of people. But I can't think of 30 people that I would really want to be in a room with. Sad, huh? Funerals. I'm sure funerals was strict. UK COVID-19 funeral restrictions. Okay, I didn't realise you could have. I thought it was 12. Obviously not. Right, we'll go with 30. It seems to be a... That looks more like it. Look, people spaced out and not that many people there. We'll go with that one. I'm really running out of ideas here. This is not going to make a 3-minute video. Anyway, I think you get the idea of image generation, so I'm going to crack on with that, and I'll come back when I'm at the video making stage. Okay, so we're back. I've generated a bunch of images. I'll no doubt need to make some more or tweak some, but I've got enough to kind of get started really. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert one of these still images into a video clip. So the way we do that, right click on the image, image to video. So it will use that as the source because we know that that's a decent image that we want to use. And then we just write a little prompt. So I want to change this to 10 seconds, which is about as long as it does. This is going to use 10 credits, which is actually quite cheap. I get 1,200 a month, so that's why I use this particular model. It's not the best model, but it does the job, and it's cheap and cheerful. So I've got the base image, and then I'm just going to add a bit of prompt to it. So I keep it simple. Nurses administering vaccinations. That'll probably do. That's probably simple enough. Hit generate and wait for it to do its magic. Now, unfortunately, this can take a good couple of minutes. So I'll show you a couple. I'm not going to show you them all because it's the exact same process and it would become tedious. They might only just do one actually, depending on how long it takes. It doesn't always get it right, but it generally does a reasonable enough job. But as you'll see, it takes a while, which is why I'm not going to create them all, because it'll take a couple of hours, and I'm sure you have better things to do. I know I do. Rolling cigarettes ready for work. So this is me multitasking right now. We're waiting for the clip. And we're rolling cigarettes. Yay! After I've converted everything into clips, the next process is generally organising them to obviously make them fit the song. So just kind of arranging stuff and getting it timed in with the music. And then we'll add a few special effects. Nothing too fancy, to be honest, but still learning, really. Every day's a school day. Where are we at? 40%. Oh my god. Just split the paper. That's great. Yeah, I'm only going to do one because this has got to be like watching paint dry for you guys. I say you guys, I highly doubt anyone's going to watch this. And I don't expect you to. This is really just to show the process, because some people just assume that you type a prompt into something and then it magically creates a song. It writes the theme tune, sings the theme tune, plays the theme tune, creates a video. But yeah, no. The only time prompts are used are for the music style in Suno and to generate images, which are all done manually, and it takes hours and hours and hours. But it's fun, so it's all good. Jesus wept, we're only at 60%. You might want to go and make a cup of tea, because that's generally what I would be doing if I wasn't recording. Come on, Eileen. Oh, great. And after all that, it fails. Try it again. That was embarrassing. It does do that occasionally, but it's quite rare. I don't know why it failed. Try a simpler keyword. Probably should figure out how to fast forward the video, because this is painful. It's got to be painful to watch. I think it's going to fail again. It doesn't usually take this long. Oh, I suppose it does. It's usually a couple of minutes, but oh no, it's actually done it. Cool. Good, good, good. So we'll see what that looks like.
Black Death, most of the casualties were those under 26. During COVID, it was almost 90. In COVID, it was 90.
Okay, well, it's kind of done the job. It wasn't, there wasn't a lot going on, but that doesn't really matter. There's a bit of movement. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So that is the general process. I've just got to do that another 10 or 20 times, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, I'm back. So I finished creating the images and converted a bunch of them into short video clips. I've arranged them in a relatively sensible order for the flow of the song. And the last thing I really need to do is add some, in the original video it had some flashing text, so it had like 19 would flash up and the word destruction. So I'm going to try and recreate that in some places, but it's actually 90 and it was red text. I have to figure out where. Right, animation. On a flash. There's loads of different animations. I've not really tried most of these. Pop up. No, it pretty much just flashed. Can't see a flash or a blink. It's annoying. You would have thought that would have been an obvious one. Flip, flip. No, there isn't one. What the? That's rubbish. Alright, we'll have to improvise. So, I guess we could just... I guess if we zoom in, I can just make it appear and reappear. Oh, fuck off. Surely that'll do the same thing. Let's put it up there, out of the way. I don't know if I actually want it here.
In COVID, it was 90.
Oh yeah, that was almost perfect. Let's see.
90. In COVID, it was 90.
Did I miss the start? Hang on.
But it was 90.
It's a little bit further forward, isn't it? Let's try there.
But it was 90. In COVID, it was 90. And then
I think that's too big. Let's make it smaller. Right. So surely if I just leave a gap, that should create a blinking effect, I would have thought. Let's try it.
90. In COVID, it was 90. And then 90.
It's not very good, is it? Okay. Maybe make it smaller. Well, this has to work. It's my only real option. I'll give it another go. Let's try that.
90. In COVID, it was 90. And then 90.
It's not very good, is it? Maybe it just needs to be closer.
90. In COVID, it was 90. And then 90.
I don't like it. I think it's really bad. I'll get off. Yeah, that would make sense. I guess the problem is it was too big. So it was staying on for too long. Oh, no, I can't move it. God damn. Bear with. Let's try that.
90. In COVID, it was 90. And then
That was better, definitely.
90. In COVID, it was 90.
You know what? I think that's not bad, actually. It's not great, but what can you do?
It was 90. And then it was 90. And then 90.
Let's just get it in the right place.
And then 90.
That almost works.
And then 90.
I think that's pretty good.
90. In COVID, it was 90. And then 90.
Yeah, that'll do. Not sure where else it needs to be.
The heaviest research of the coronavirus for the past 2 decades continues today. 25 miles northwest in Wuhan. No one is really sure what was going on. 19.
Okay, maybe I need a 19 there. Because now it's about COVID-19. Right, so we just need to change that to 19. For COVID-19. That's alright where it is, I think.
1919 in
Maybe let's try that.
1919 in COVID, the NHS nurses often worked a 15-hour shift of duty and were exposed to the virus every day. 1919
Actually, I don't think I want that there. I think I want that here instead. Oh, bugger. No, I'm missing. Oh Jesus, what? It's all the way back here.
19
Oh. Let's try there.
19
That was perfect. That was perfect. That was perfect. I like that.
In England, a medical spokesman said today, more than 227,000 people died of COVID in the UK border area. In all of the world, the virus claimed a total of 7 million lives.
All those who remember the virus, they won't forget what they've seen. Destruction of lives in their prime, whose average age was 19.
Destruction.
Right, destruction was the other one I needed. Because that's in the main video. So it's about here. Destruction. Destruction. I think we can safely put that there. Out of the way.
Average age was 19.
Okay, so it's about there.
Destruction.
Bit further. It's about there, isn't it? Do 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 do. Let's try that. think it might need one more. Where was it? About there?
Destruction.
Probably a bit further. Let's mess that up. Right, a bit further across. Maybe there?
Destruction.
Kinda works.
According to a COVID administration study, a third of people surveyed suffered from what psychiatrists call post-traumatic stress disorder.
I think... Or was there one near the end? I might need another 19 near the end.
19.
Yeah, definitely here.
19.
Or here?
8 people a day are still contracting the virus. None of the nurses received a hero's bonus. 19.
About there, I think. Oh, I've copied the wrong one. Twat. Is it that one? Yeah.
Received a hero's bonus. 19. 19. 19.
It needed to be a bit sooner. Oh, fuck off. It's really fiddly. Let's try that.
19. 19. 19.
No, maybe we'll have a gap.
19. 19. 19.
Oh shit, what have I done?
The nurses received a hero's bonus. 19. 19.
That definitely needs to be sooner.
19.
It's probably enough.
19.
Right, I think that's about it. Alright, let's give it a listen and see what it sounds like and looks like.
In 2020, COVID-19 seemed like just another foreign flu. But it wasn't. It was different in many ways. So were those that did the fighting. During the Black Death, most of the casualties were those under 26. During COVID, it was almost 90. In COVID, it was 90. In COVID, it was 90. In COVID, it was 90. 90. The heaviest research of the coronavirus for the past 2 decades continues today. 25 miles northwest in Wuhan. No one is really sure what was going on. 1919. In COVID, the NHS nurses often worked a 15-hour shift of duty and were exposed to the virus every day. 1919. In England, a medical spokesman said today, more than 227,000 people died of COVID in the UK border area. In all of the world, the virus claimed a total of 7 million lives.
All those who remember the virus, they won't forget what they've seen. Destruction of lives in their prime, whose average age was 90.
Destruction. According to a COVID administration study, a third of people surveyed suffered from what psychiatrists call post-traumatic stress disorder. Many people complained of loneliness, fear, or anxiety. Some succumb to suicidal thoughts. 5 years after the outbreak, almost 600 UK people a day are still contracting the virus. None of the nurses received a hero's bonus. 19. 19. 19. Shut down Wuhan.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Just need to tweak the flashing things a bit, move some around, time them in a little bit better. But that is the basic gist. There you have it. Thank you very much.